Cowboys Nation has its answer, and the reaction is pure rage. The team has finally confirmed its new defensive coordinator, and it's exactly the outcome many fans were hoping wouldn't happen. The hire instantly reignited frustration about direction, ambition, and whether Dallas is truly serious about fixing its biggest weakness. Social media is melting down, analysts are questioning the logic, and the pressure is already on before a single snap is played. This confirmation didn't bring relief, it brought fury, and the debate in Dallas is just getting started. Finally confirmed. It actually happened. After weeks of rumors, leaks, denials, and absolute silence from the front office, the Dallas Cowboys have officially signed their new defensive coordinator, and I'm telling you right now, this decision is going to make a lot of fans furious. Some of you are already shaking your heads, some of you are yelling at the screen, and others are asking the same question Cowboys fans have been asking for years. How does this franchise keep doing the exact opposite of what makes sense? Because on paper, this move sounds safe. It sounds experienced. It sounds like the kind of decision Jerry Jones can sell at a press conference with a smile and a few buzzwords. But when you really dig into it, when you look at the history, the scheme, the timing, and the state of this roster, this signing raises more red flags than it answers questions. Let's break this down slowly, because context matters here. The Cowboys' defense last season was a roller coaster. One week they looked elite, flying around, forcing turnovers, embarrassing quarterbacks. The next week they looked completely lost, couldn't stop the run, couldn't get off the field on third down, and collapsed when it mattered most. And what did fans want? Change. Real change. Not cosmetic change. Not a rebrand. Not a familiar name from the past. Fans wanted a modern defensive mind. Someone aggressive. Someone creative. Someone who could adjust in game instead of sticking to a script while everything burns. Instead, the Cowboys went with familiarity. The newly signed defensive coordinator is someone Jerry Jones knows. Someone the league knows. Someone who has been around for a long time. And that's exactly the problem. Because this hire screams comfort over innovation. Now don't get me wrong. This coach has experience. He's coached top-level defenses before. He's been in big games. He knows how to run a locker room. All of that is true. But let's talk about what fans are actually furious about. It's not just the name. It's the philosophy. This coordinator is known for a system that relies heavily on discipline, structure, and predictability. That might sound good until you remember what has killed the Cowboys in the playoffs year after year. Predictability. Offenses know what's coming. They exploit matchups. They adjust. And the Cowboys' defense? They freeze. Fans wanted a coordinator who would bring pressure from everywhere. Someone who could disguise coverages, confuse quarterbacks, and adapt on the fly. Instead, the Cowboys doubled down on a system that has already shown its ceiling. And here's where it gets worse. Look at the current Cowboys roster. You have elite pass rush talent. You have fast linebackers. You have young defensive backs who thrive in aggressive schemes. This defense is built to attack. But this new coordinator historically prefers a more conservative approach. Fewer risks. More bend but don't break. And Cowboys fans are screaming right now because they've seen how that movie ends. Bend but don't break turns into bend, 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 and then break in the biggest moment. And let's talk about timing. This is not a rebuilding team. This is a team that is supposed to be in win-now mode. Dak Prescott is in his prime. Micah Parsons is a generational talent. You don't hire someone to stabilize the defense. You hire someone to elevate it. You hire someone who can be the difference between another early playoff exit and an actual deep run. Instead, this feels like a move designed to avoid blame rather than chase greatness. And that's what's making fans furious. Because if this doesn't work, Jerry Jones can say, well, he's a proven coach. He's done it before. There's always an excuse. There's always a justification. But Cowboys fans are tired of excuses. They're tired of being told to trust the process when the process keeps leading to the same ending. Now let's talk about the locker room reaction, because this matters too. Players respect experience, yes. But players also want clarity. They want a system that puts them in the best position to succeed. And early reports suggest that some players are already unsure how their roles will change. Will Micah Parsons be unleashed or contained? Will the secondary be allowed to play aggressively or told to play safe? Those questions shouldn't exist after a hire like this. And then there's the fan perception around the league. Other teams are hiring young, innovative defensive minds. Coaches who grew up studying modern offenses. Coaches who understand motion, RPOs, and spread concepts. Meanwhile, the Cowboys look like they're stuck in the past, hoping that experience alone will beat innovation. And that's why social media is on fire. You see fans saying, "Same old Cowboys." You see fans saying, "This is why we'll never get past the divisional round." You see fans saying they're done believing until proven otherwise. And honestly, can you blame them? Because this hire doesn't feel bold. It doesn't feel exciting. It feels safe. And safe doesn't win championships in today's NFL. Now, to be fair, there is a possible upside here. If this coordinator adapts, if he modernizes his scheme, if he builds around Micah Parsons instead of forcing Micah to fit the system, if he learns from past mistakes, then yes, this defense could still be very good. But Cowboys fans have heard that if before. If the play calling improves. If the defense stays healthy. If the coaching adjusts. It's always if, never certainty. And here's the part that really makes people angry: the Cowboys had options. Real options. There were younger candidates available. There were aggressive schemers available. There were coaches hungry to prove themselves. And the Cowboys passed on them. Why? Because comfort won. Jerry Jones once again chose familiarity over fearlessness. And in a league that punishes hesitation, that choice could be costly. So what does this mean for the upcoming season? It means the pressure is enormous. Every third down stop. Every blown coverage. Every conservative call will be magnified. Fans will be watching closely. And the moment this defense looks slow, predictable, or passive, the criticism will be brutal. This coordinator didn't just accept a job. He accepted a spotlight. And make no mistake, Cowboys fans are not in a forgiving mood. They want results. They want accountability. They want proof that this franchise is serious about winning now, not later. So yes, it's finally confirmed. The Cowboys have their new defensive coordinator. And whether you're furious, skeptical, or cautiously hopeful, one thing is clear. This move will define the season. Because if it fails, there will be no more excuses. No more patience. No more next year. And if it succeeds? Then this anger, this frustration, this outrage will be the fuel that made it even sweeter. But right now, Cowboys Nation is boiling. And the countdown to answers has officially